Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How
Hello.
are you,
Hello.
Raj?
I'm fine, thank you. And how about you?
I'm doing well as well. So, how was your day planned today?
No planning at all. I
No
mean,
planning.
uh, I I was just trying to test me if I can join this early or not because I'm not. I have not set my routine yet. Coming back from trip, I have been waking up as late as 10 or something, 9:30
Okay.
or 10.
So, how was it today when you woke up early?
Uh, I woke up just after 7:30, and that is the
Okay.
reason I'm a minute late here. Uh,
Okay, no problem.
uh,
That's okay. So,
yeah.
how do you feel about getting up early?
It's not that tough. If I set a routine, I wake up as early as 4 as well. Like if I have to uh, go to somewhere, uh, sorry, if I have to if I have to go for a walk early morning, I would try to wake up at between 4 and 4:30, and just after 3 or 4 days, I get habituated to doing the same.
Right, right. 4:30 in the
Uh,
morning.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so do you manage to get up at 4:30 in the morning?
yeah, of course. But for that, I have to change my routine, and I sleep as early as 9:30.
That's
So
great.
I'm pretty much I can manage that.
Okay.
So
So, if
yes,
some
I
of
can say that
yeah,
it's up to me whether I want to become an early bird or night owl. I can
okay.
manage that.
So
Yeah.
you balance it out well.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. So, if there's a scenario where you have put an alarm and you have to get up early in the morning and you have something very important, so how do you manage if supposedly the you miss the alarm or you oversleep? So how do you manage it?
For those purposes, I just ask my parents to wake me up because alarm never works for me. I
It
like
doesn't.
yes,
Okay,
no matter at what time I set, it never works for me.
it never works for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so just in case, just imagine that you missed your alarm and maybe your parents are not around, and you oversleep. How will be the reaction if you oversleep and you have to read somewhere? So how will you manage those emotions?
Uh, Obviously, it would be a hectic day throughout the day for me because
Yeah.
if I will miss something important, but
Hmm.
I would try like I would try to take precautions for these reasons. I can never be late. If I have to wake up early for some important work, I will make sure that I go to bed around 9 or 9:30.
9. Okay,
Because
okay,
yeah, if I do that, I would wake up easily at 5 or 5:30.
okay. So does it become stressful as well at that moment?
Yeah, if I miss something important, of course, it would become stressful. It has happened with me. I had to appear in exam and I woke up so late that instead of using general public transport, I had to book the auto.
Yeah.
And luckily, I managed to reach there. So it was not that stressful, but of course, for sometimes I felt like I'm going to miss my exam today. So
So what
it's
was the impact of your performance? Like, no, what was the impact?
the impact was not that dark. I mean, like since I managed to reach and after reaching, there is a time gap. You have to reach to exam center and then you get all those work done and you get some time before the
Right,
exam starts. So that was quite okay for me to get normal and then start my exam.
right. So how do you calm down yourself at that moment?
No, while going, when I was in the auto, I thought if I'm going to miss and what would I say? Like so many people are aware that I'm going to attend an exam. So what would be my answer to them? Why did I wake up so late and all? That was going throughout my journey, that journey. But the moment I reached and managed to enter the exam hall, uh, I tried to normal myself, and it's that easy to calm down because at the end it hardly matters to me what happens. It's like if I'm able to do whatever I have decided, if I'm able, or if I'm able to manage to do that, it's okay.
So that's actually, when you start talking to yourself, self-talking, that yes,
Yeah,
the anxiety also builds up, the stress also builds up, and it does impact your performance as well. So you just have to calm
right,
down
right.
yourself.
Yes, of
Right.
course.
Okay. So we are going to talk about stressful situations as well, as you know. So we have
Yeah,
already
yeah.
discussing about it. So have you ever experienced a very stressful day where nothing seems to go right?
Yeah, of course. Like all my childhood, if I say, had been in that way. Like ever since I turned 14 or 15, and from there onwards, when I realized that there is no scope for me in the dreams that I have, because neither my parents' financial situation is that they can support me, and nor I be or I stay in a locality where all these facilities are available. So I will have to manage myself. I will have to uh, take more advantage. Sorry, I mean I will have to focus more on my studies and do something from that. So
Right.
from there onwards, all those stressful days started. Like if ever I had to I mean, I find some difficulties while studying. I used to think that had I got the opportunity, it would have been nice for me. My life would have been different. But to actually accept that okay, my dreams have been shattered, I'm not going to get an opportunity at all. It took a lot, or maybe 4 or 5 years, or even after that, I was not
Mhm.
completely able to accept that. Like even today, I feel that had I got the opportunity, I would have become something else. Though I know that that was not feasible because of certain reasons. But
Right.
yes, since I could not manage to study well or do something great with whatever opportunities I got in study, sometimes I feel that. So,
Okay.
throughout, like I said, since I turned that age up to my uh, plus two and even the first or second year of graduation, all those days had been that stressful. Only when I used to enjoy those things like playing cricket with friends, and that would make me happy.
Okay. Okay. So you managed out something, and you kept searching for your the place where you are not
Yeah.
stressed, and you are you are just lightening up yourself, because other
Yes, of
days
course.
you were stressed. Okay. So one thing you have learned out of it, and now you don't follow it.
Uh, of course, I feel I should have learned it earlier. I feel like lamenting over past is not going to do anything with you. So it's better to accept whatever situations you are in, and then try to look forward and do something good with whatever opportunities you are getting.
Yes.
But as it is said, it is easier said than done. So when we listen to it, it seems nice, but when we start working on
Practice.
it,
Yeah.
yes. So in practical life, it becomes really difficult, and that has been situation with me as well. And apart from this, there are so many like the environment at your home or the society or whatever it is. Those things affect so and make things difficult for such persons, or if I say has made difficult for me as well.
Yes.
But I have tried to manage that, and I think had I been able to control over my emotions in a far better way, I would have been able to take more advantage, or like I would have been able to take the benefits of the opportunities that I had got in studies, because I have been a CA dropout as well.
Sorry, you have been
Uh, a CA dropout.
CA dropout. Okay.
So I definitely feel that had I been able to control over my emotions in a little better way,
Better
I
way.
might have become a CA as well.
Yes. So how would
Yeah.
you do things differently that time? Like how, if you go back to that time, what would you have done differently?
Like I said, the environment at home or society. So had I got a little better support from there on. So I think I would have been able to manage, because when I had accepted that, okay, this is the thing that I have to do, or I
Hmm.
was trying hard, but at some times when I used to feel that this is something that I never liked, or I'm unable to do it, and
Hmm.
to aggravate that thing, the environment used to help that situation.
Right.
So, like, I think that way, but now I think even thinking in that way is not going to make any good. So
Hmm.
why to lament over the past? It's like
Yes.
whatever I have right now, what I can do it from there onwards. So
Yes.
that is what I generally look
Have it
forward
right
to,
now.
and yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what you have it right now. If you just focus on your present, you have what you have right now. If you're grateful
yeah,
for that and you just learn out of it and perform what you have to do, that gives you the
yeah,
courage to fight for the for the future.
yeah,
And
and of course,
very
like,
rightly said, very correctly said that accepting is a very big thing. So once you start accepting everything, and then you
right,
start working on it, it shows the results.
right. And one thing I would like to add again, like you asked, how would I have made things different for me?
Yes.
So, for example, if I had any stressful day, what I used to do, either I used to watch cricket, like even the highlights, or I would look forward to play cricket or listen to music, and whole day I would be listening to music. But
Okay.
now, if I find something uh, myself in the same situation, what I try to do, I pick up a book and start reading that.
Yes.
So that is the difference. Had I done that as well, like for how long you can be stressful if the
Yes.
things are not going your way. It's just that if you can manage to get out of that situation in 1 or 2 hours, if that is a lot to take, lots of
Right.
time to take. Yeah. So
Right.
that's what
Right.
I'm trying to do right now. Even today, the situations are not that good, but like even if I feel stressful, instead of playing or listening to music, it's like if I listen to music, I have a control. Okay, 3 and 4 songs, not more than that, and
Right.
then start reading a book. So that helps in my improving my English as well, and that is
Yes.
what I'm looking forward to right now. That if I can start a spoken center on my own, so
Yes.
that would be a good chance, because I am in studies, or I am a tutor. So if I can add English in my horizon, it would add some benefit to my career as well.
Definitely. Definitely. So, what is one thing that you have learned out of reading books?
Like reading books gives lots of ideas
Hmm.
along with the vocabulary or all that is needed to improve your English.
True.
So in terms of ideas, if I say, like, I have read some of the self books that have really changed my point of view, like how I perceive about the different things in
Hmm.
the society or in general life. So yes,
Right.
that the change of those ideas, that is the biggest takeaway. If I say, like the book that I read, Man's Search for Meaning,
Hmm.
and it was about the a psychologist uh, sharing his experience of coming out from that Holocaust environment. So how he went through all that and how tough it was for him to be in those Nazi camps.
And how did he
Even
come here?
after, yeah, even after that, he managed to have a meaning. And since he had a meaning in his life, he could go through all those difficulties
Hmm.
during that 3 or
Right.
whatever the time he had to spend in those camps.
Correct.
And he managed to come back and start his life again. So it simply says that no matter what situation you are in, you should always look for a positive meaning in your life.
That's very true what you said, and definitely every book comes with a message. It's just that you have to understand the message, and yes, somewhere you utilize and imply that message in your life as well. So, which
Yeah.
are the genres you like to read?
I have just started reading and I have finished almost 6 or 7 books. Most of them were self-help
Self help.
improvement books. Yes.
Okay.
And two of them were different, from another tutor from Clapingo. They
Hmm.
have authors, so I tried their book as well. So one
Right.
Sneha Mishra is there, who
Okay.
writes some fiction books. So I
Okay.
read one of her books, like it was her first book. Sorry, it is her first book.
Yes.
Tomorrow is no good, and
Tomorrow.
tomorrow is no good.
Okay.
So it's about 3 or 4 friends, how they start their career and how they move to different things, how the things goes in
Hmm.
life and they separate after their college. So it's all about the college life and after their how they move to their different careers.
That's nice. That's nice. And
Yeah.
that's actually a real life experience. So when
Yes.
you read about that, you definitely gain a lot out of it.
Yeah. It was like I was going through my school days or my college days. Though I
College,
had not been in college, I have done my graduation from open schooling.
open school. Okay.
Yet, then while having some tuitions or coaching, all those friends and
Hmm.
those moments that were going through in my mind while reading those books.
Right. So you managed to do it from open school, and then you were studying from home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what are the difficulties you faced when you were studying from home?
Uh, I didn't face like I said I mean I'm a CA dropout. So after 12th I had started preparing for CA,
Yes.
and side by side I had to do my graduation as well. So there was no other option for me. I could have not gone to college. So I did that. Or one side I was doing my CA preparation, the other side I was doing the graduation from open. So all I had to do was to appear in the exam. So
Okay.
no stress at all.
Hmm.
And by the time I completed my graduation, the other side I became a CA dropout.
Okay. So that's how that's how you survived the journey.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are situations given as well. So imagine that now you are a tutor, right? So
Yes.
what kind of stressful days do you face?
Yes, of course. As a tutor, when you are teaching some students who are unable to follow you, like no
Yes,
matter how many times you make them understand, they are not able to understand it.
right,
And at the same time, they would ask you that I'm pretty much serious. I want to improve. So those things sometimes irritates so much that it becomes unbearable. That how would I manage to this student? Like
right,
one side he is talking a lot, and then when it comes to work, he is not willing to work. So what
right.
to tell?
And they want to
So
see the result as well.
yes, so that makes a bit stressful. Otherwise, no problem at all.
Okay. So how do you manage that, because you are getting stressed and you want some results out of your students, right? And you are putting your 110% to
Yes,
teach them, to
of
make them
course.
understand about the subject. And of course, you will repeat it 110 times to let them know that what is the meaning of that if they are getting any difficulty. But there are moments when they don't just understand, and they take it leniently, maybe because of their age, and they don't put that kind of hard work also behind it, but they still want the results because they're paying it to you.
Right,
Correct?
right.
So how do you manage such students?
To be honest, I have not been able to manage those students, and it's like for a few times I try to make them
Explain.
aware that this is the way you have to put in the effort, and then only you would improve. If they are willing to, if they can, it is good for them. If they are not, uh, like I have to move on. I
Correct.
cannot stay there. So it has been that way only with me till now. But of
Mhm.
course, like one student is there who was not willing to study at all, and now he he is able to make those sentences. Of course, like I am applying my trick to improve his English. So the one student is there with whom something is working out. So I feel maybe after 1 or 2 months I would be able to decide what I have done. Have I
Right.
made some
But
improvement
there
in
is,
it or not?
yeah, but
Yeah,
there is Raj a sense of achievement as well, right? Once you must have witnessed that he has started
yeah,
making few sentences, right? So from zero to at least trying something and then writing those sentences, it's a very positive side. So you must be getting the sense of achievement as well, right? At the same time.
yeah. That's why I added here. Like I said that to be honest, there are so many situations that I have felt like, okay, I have to move on. Nothing is
Right.
going to work out with this student now. But there
Mhm.
is one with whom I have some scope. So
Mhm.
he is improving, and I feel that I have to work with him a lot.
Correct.
And on that note, I would like to ask to you, how
Right.
do you manage your stressful days?
How do I manage my?
Stressful days, if you have to.
Okay, so firstly, we all go through stressful days, right? We have certain ups and downs. Every day can't be flowery. So accepting that is very important. That every day is not, the way you want it. So you have to be ready for it. Whatever
Right.
situation comes your way, you just have to be ready for that, and accepting at the same time that yes, maybe you missed an alarm, or maybe you missed an important meeting, and that can happen, but there should be an explanation, there should be an apology for that, for the people who are waiting. And of course, when it becomes way too stressful, you have to calm down yourself and make yourself understand it's okay, everything is okay, it happens, and you have to let it go, because you can't do anything on the spoiled milk, spilled milk, sorry. So you can't do anything, it's already spilled. Correct? You
Yeah,
can't
right,
put it
right.
back, right? You can't put it back. So just be okay with it. That's very important. And yes, you learn out of it. That's very important. If you don't learn out of it, then you are repeating the same mistakes.
Yeah,
So
right, right.
yes. So what I prefer to do is at least learn from my mistakes. If I have not been, able to accomplish something, I have to learn that why. So I have to just go to the root cause. I try to find out the root cause, and I make sure that at least I don't do these mistakes which I have acknowledged.
Yes, of course.
Yes, and that's what I keep following. And of course, there are some ups and downs everybody has. So you just need to calm down yourself, and you have to find out the ways, like how you have found out your way to read books, to get that music, you get that therapy. It's actually a therapy. So you have to find out your ways. So I go for a walk. If I am actually very stressed, I go for a walk in nature, or I'll just go hiking. I love hiking, so I'll just climb a mountain. So that's what I keep doing, and you get your answers. You certainly get your answers when you are involving yourself into your passions,
Right, right.
right? Yes. So I would like to say, Raj, that I really appreciate the way you have spoken about the topic. There is a lot of clarity. in your thoughts, and it's very well structured. That's what I really like today's session, that you were answering with all the clarity what you had in your mind. So that shows that you're working on it, and at the same time it just you are naturally showing that it's not that you're working on it, or it's just naturally flowed.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
I really
Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, I mean, that is what I was trying to ask, that that has there any improvement in my expressions? Like, I have been told so many times that I need to work on my facial expressions and the
Yes.
hand movements. Like, the expression should be so. Like, English, while speaking English, not only the sentence structures that counts, but facial
Mm,
expressions counts a lot.
it does,
So
it does.
how much I have improved on that, and how
Okay.
can I improve further?
Definitely. So I was just coming to the next is that only that you are having the clarity of thoughts and you are expressing the thoughts very well. Okay, but
Yeah.
you need to work on your expressions, the facial expressions. Okay, that's
Yes, of
something
course.
you really need to work on, because as a good speaker or connecting with your audience, it's very important to have a good body language is definitely a part of it. Eye contact is definitely part of it. So you're maintaining that very well, although
Right.
your expression of words where you have to emphasize on certain words when you're saying that yes, it was stressful day, however I have done these things to overcome it, so you can come up with little bit of expressions where you're connecting with your audience.
Right. Right.
Okay, because now this topic is definitely something where you want to connect with them, because you also want to make them understand. Now I'm just taking as a example that we are talking about a stressful day, everybody goes through
Oh,
that,
right.
right?
Right.
You have to make the person understand, and when you're making the person understand, you have to have certain emotions in it which you are definitely putting, but there should be expressions involved as well. Okay,
Right. Right.
on your words. So certain
Yes.
words when you know that okay, now I want to make the person understand this point, so that
Yeah.
word has to
Right.
come little, the tone has to go little up, the pitch has to go little up, and the pace has to
Yeah.
become slow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, but if you are giving supposedly if you're giving an extempore, like we practice always in the sessions, so that time it's a different thing, because you're giving like a speech that comes with a lot of expressions, and at the pace is fast, but when you're